Hey all, Keith Collins. I'm a mortgage lender in Nashville, passionate about helping people finance real estate smart. And today we're talking about a down payment assistance program in the state called THDA. So THDA actually has a very good website that's super consumer friendly. And that website is actually THDA.org. So you can always look at more information there. But here, I'm gonna break it down and tell you what I think you need to know about the program. So THDA has a few different programs, but the main program is either 6% or $6,000. So you either get a $6,000 loan that is interest-free and then forgiven after 30 years, or you get a 6% loan, so 6% of the purchase price, that is a 30-year amortization, so it's principal and interest, and it's at the same interest rate of the first mortgage. So 6% in certain purchase prices can be far greater than $6,000, and that's why some people will choose the 6% versus the $6,000. Both programs follow an FHA, a conventional, a VA, and a USDA home loan. I've done other videos about those specific loan programs on this channel. Make sure you check those out. There's a Homeownership for Heroes program, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but first let's kind of go over the basics for the program. So unless you're in a targeted area or a targeted census tract as defined by the federal government and the IRS, you have to be a first-time homebuyer. Again, on the website, THDA.org, they actually list the areas in Tennessee where you don't have to be a first-time homebuyer to utilize this program. On the Homeownership for Heroes, again, you don't have to be a first-time homebuyer, but we'll talk about that in a second. What are we defining a first-time homebuyer as? It is somebody who has rented their primary residence for the last 3 years. If you're married, it's both parties. If you're divorced, then it's just you. Hey, I'll just want to take a quick second to thank you for watching. If you're getting value from this video, make sure that you like and subscribe so that YouTube sends you more content like this. So you got to be a first-time homebuyer to utilize this program. There's also income limits and purchase price limits. You can find those on the website, but also if you check the comments, we're going to have some links for the income limits and purchase price limits for all the counties across Tennessee. The purchase price limit presently is $400,000 in all counties. One of the really cool things about this program is it actually has subsidized interest rates. So the interest rates typically are much lower than what you would get on a traditional conventional home loan, a traditional FHA, or traditional VA. In some cases, they're at 0.5% lower in interest rate for the program. So some people may just do the program to get a better interest rate, not necessarily do the program to get the assistance. So there is homeownership counseling that you have to take, and there's two options. One is a Zoom option, and the other one is a at-leisure online course. The online course is $99. Through eHome America, you'll find a link in the comment section, and then the Zoom course, which is $50, is I believe a 3-hour course, but you have to book appointments. So you have to check to see if it's available and then book it if it matches with your schedule. If you are trying to get qualified, don't worry about doing the education prior to getting qualified for a house. You can actually handle this, and most buyers handle it once they're in contract. They start the education because it usually goes pretty quick. Another thing you need to be aware of on THDA is turn time. So with most lenders, they're going to underwrite that loan in-house. So with my company, our underwriters work for us, but because it's a THDA home loan, we also have to send it to THDA for them to review it. What they're really looking for is just make sure it fits their guidelines, the credit score standpoint, and also from an income limit standpoint. So you can't make over a certain amount of income depending on your county. They want to make sure that you're under that. Here's the deal. Those turn times can vary. Presently, they're anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. So it's difficult right now to close a THDA home loan in less than 30 days because there's other things we have to do, and then we send the file to THDA. So that's just something to be aware of. We're subject to those turn times with THDA, and they vary based on how busy they are. Sometimes they're 2 days, sometimes they're 3 weeks. We'll typically know ahead of time so you can write the offer appropriately, but also something that you just need to be aware of. So THDA also has a program which they call Homeownership for Heroes. So I'm going to read these. Homeownership for Heroes program is available to active duty military, National Guard, and veterans. Also available to state and local law enforcement officers, EMTs, paramedics, and firefighters. One of the things that's really cool about this program is if you are a qualified military professional or veteran, you actually don't have to be a first-time homebuyer. So overall, THDA is a great program providing assistance in Middle Tennessee for first-time homebuyers and military professionals. If you have any questions, you can put those in the comments, and then make sure you check the description for a link for my mortgage application if you want to apply, or a link to just book time on my calendar. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.